Okay, here's the answers to your study guide. That way you can have the correct answers to check to be ready for the test. Let me go ahead and go through these. And so these right here mean there's not going to be remainders, which means they should come out even. So that's a key there. It lets you know there shouldn't be any remainder. So 5 goes into 6 one time. Bring down the 1, or bring down the 1 here. 5 goes into 11 twice. And bring down the 5, and 5 goes into 15 three times evenly. Okay, so 123. Here you've got 2 going into this big number. It doesn't go into 1. Now it goes into 13 6 times. Bring down your 0. Goes into 10 5 times. And just because you get a 0 here does not mean you stop. You have to go to the end. So bring down your 8. Goes down there 4 times. Once again, we have a 0, but we're not through because we got to go to at least here to the 2. And then 2 goes into 2 one time. So 6,541. It went in one time, so that made it come out even. Okay, 7 does not go into 6, but it goes into 68 9 times without going over. Bring down the 9. Goes into 59 8 times. Bring down the 5, and it goes into 35 5 times. So these here, you should come out even. If you don't, then you check your math. Use your multiplication chart if you need to. 12 does not go into 6, but it goes into 64 5 times. Bring down the 8, and it goes into 48 4 times. So 54. Now these here, you will have a remainder, but you're just going to turn it into a fraction once you get to this spot right here. And you get a remainder, you're going to turn the remainder into a fraction. So same process though, it does not go into 2, but it goes into 28 4 times. And we're not done yet. We got to go to at least we get to here. Bring down the 6. It does not go into 6 without going over. So that's we got to put something here though. So saying it doesn't go into 6, we have to put a 0 there. And then it goes into 64, let's see, 9 times without going over. Okay, and we have a remainder of 1. Because we're at the end now, we're at where the decimal would go, but we're not doing these as decimals, so we take the 1 and we put it above the 7. So 409 and 1/7. Okay. So here we've got 2 does not go into 1, but it goes into 19 9 times. Bring down the 8. It goes into 18 9 times. We get a 0, but we're not done. We got to get to the end. 2 to the 5 2 times. And now we have our remainder because we're at the end. This remainder goes over the divisor. 992 and a half. Okay. 12 goes in, it doesn't go into 2, but it goes into 25 twice. Bring down the 9. Goes into 19 once. And it goes into 73 6 times. And you got your remainder of 1 over 12. So this would be 216 and 1/12. Okay. And then 6 does not go into 5, but it goes into 58 9 times. Goes into 49 8 times. Bring down the 9. And goes into 19 3 times. Got a remainder of 1, so that goes over the divisor. So 1/6. 983 and 1/6. So that's doing them as fraction remainder. Now we've got the decimal ones, which means we have to divide until we are come out even, but we're going to have to go past here, and we're going to put a decimal there to keep going. So these here will end though, so it's not going to be like 10, 15 numbers back here. It'll end in at least 3 numbers, 3 to 4 numbers, most of the time 1 or 2, okay? But same process, 2 does not go into 1, but it goes into 18 9 times. Now that's going to come out to a 0, but that does not mean you're done. Okay, you got to go to the end. So you're going to bring down the 9, and 2 goes into 9 4 times. And you bring down the 5, and it goes into 15 7 times without going over. And you've got this 1, and this is where you have to start your decimal and bring down your 0, and 2 goes into 10 5 times. Okay? And that makes it come out even. I'm trying to leave room for this one. Okay? So 947.5. Okay, so here we've got 1. 4 does go into 7 once. And then it goes into 38 9 times. Bring down the 6. It goes into 26 6 times. And it goes into 25 6 times. Okay, and now we got to start our decimal. Bring down a 0. Okay, 4 goes into 10 twice without going over, but we still have a remainder, so we have to keep going. Okay, so we bring down another 0, and 4 goes into 25 times. Okay, so 1966.25. Okay, I'm just going to rewrite these. So 8, number 11 was 8 into 2890. So we're just going to redo these so we got plenty of room. 8 does not go into 2, but it goes into 28 3 times. Okay, bring down your 9. It goes into 49 6 times. Bring down your 0. It goes into 10 once. That's without going over. But now we're at the end, so we're going to start our decimal. And then put our decimal above. And start our 0. Okay, and we can even continue this out. 8 doesn't go into 20, it goes in there twice. We still have to keep going till we come out even. And then 8 goes into 45 times. And 361.25. And then number 12 was 6 into 849. Okay, 6 goes into 8 once. Goes into 24 4 times. Evenly, but we still have a 9. Goes into 9 once. And we still have a remainder, so we got to start our decimal. And we put a 0, bring that 0 down, and 6 goes into 35 times. All right, so really kind of pay attention to if it tells you if it's got no remainders, it should come out even with no remainders. The fraction, all you need to do is take the remainder, like 1, and put it above the divisor. Same thing here, remainder of 1, we put it above the divisor. So there's no more dividing you have to do. You just take the remainder and put it above. And then these decimal remainders, you're going to divide until it comes out even. Make sure you start your decimal at the end of the whole number, and they will eventually end, okay? So it's not going to be like 10 numbers after the decimal. All right, good luck. Thanks, guys.